Let's fire it up.
Fire it up. Welcome back, everybody, to Timber Town. Hey, we keep saying this is the most universal machine that we have on our, let's say, mill work site or whatever we do. Yeah, everybody thinks you're gonna dig holes, you're gonna dig foundations, you might be able to grade some land like that. But if you run a milling operation, logging operation, you definitely need to get this ripper tooth. Now I know it doesn't get much play because out west we used to use these to dig through rock up in the Rocky Mountains. That's why they call them Rocky. But it actually digs through frozen ground, but it also works perfect for your logging operation. I mean, it is a grapple hook. I actually unload the mill with it. We actually unload our trailers, load the trailers, stack the wood, pick through wood. Now today, my buddy Doug here has got me a giant mess that we are trying to burn up here on the lodge site. And naturally he used his dinosaur equipment, which pretty much packed that together like spaghetti. Now if you have just a regular bucket on your excavator, yeah, you could dig through it. It's much harder. I could use this like a finger and just pick out, actually surgically move whatever I need to move quickly. And if you've ever tried it with a bucket, moving logs, even just straight logs in a pile, not that easy. I'll show you how quick and easy we get done with this. And this is an ugly mess, fellas. So I've actually got to work at it to get it apart.
That's gonna be like a puzzle, Dan.
It's gonna be a puzzle. I just don't know what it's gonna look like. I know what it's gonna look like. It's gonna be a
I believe in you.
Beautiful lot, fellas. So I'm just actually going in and I'm moving my small stuff out of the way. Now he's probably left me 30-foot trees in here. So I can actually go in with my hook, grab me one tree, which is like 10 trees. I can surgically get that hook into wherever I want. Give me a good foothold. There we go. That actually was an easy one. Some of these I've got to work a little bit harder at. We're going to just drag the whole tree, everything with us. Surgically placed right where I want it to be. So even, guys, over here I've got a giant log that you're not gonna move. Keep these rocks out of my way. Let's say you got to cut this bad boy up. So when we're out actually in the forest, even with our fresh trees, I'm able to pick this thing up. We can actually go out, do all our sawing, not have to worry about touching the ground. You just can't reach in with a bucket like that and get where this hook is right up here under this thing. Again, you got total control of your logs and what you're doing. Now, naturally, I can't drag this giant thing here. So unfortunately, my buddy Doug left this for me to cut. So we're gonna cut these into a little bit more manageable sections, but I guarantee by the end of the day, you ain't gonna see this tree. That fire will be gone, and I'll be quite a bit more way through that because, I don't know if you know it, but I got a bet going with my buddy Doug down there, and he told me he was gonna finish my road to the dock in 4 days. And I told him that I guarantee that I burn this pile faster than he gets that road done. Today's day 4. I'm 3/4 of the way through that pile. I think Doug just gassed up his machinery the other day. Haven't seen him, but I'm gonna get that $100 we talked about one way or the other, guys.
I thought you were gonna try to move this log. This machine is amazing, folks. So helpful.
Just gonna come out. All right, boys, you see how quick that worked. Ripper tooth, grapple hook, whatever you want to call it. You can get these things cheap because nobody really knows how to use one of these things. If you also notice, everything I'm picking up, no dirt, no dirt. You're using a bucket, doing stuff like this, loading the fire, which I think I left my machine pretty close to that big fire. But you're not gonna want to put buckets of dirt on your fire. Every time you're picking up logs in the woods, you got buckets of dirt, holes here. Nothing, nothing, fellas. So let me get this out of the way. I did fill it with diesel yesterday, Jay.
Alright folks, we just got back from Dan's neighbor's Mike. Give us these logs we're going to process out for all the pine we got to make. Dan's just doing his thing with the excavator, getting them loaded in place so we can mill them over the next few days. So again, this excavator is super helpful. Use it for just about everything. Big boy.
That's why the guard's there, fellas. With the blade, so when that happens, it's gonna happen.
Smart thinking, Dan. This right now is real time. Looks like a dinosaur. Or a carnival ride. Can you tell Dan's done this before? That was about 3.5 minutes, Dan. You might have done this before, huh?
Once or twice, fellas.
That was pretty fun. That's a nice big stack of logs. All right, folks, so here we are. I just backed the Takeuchi out, and Dan's coming in with the log, and this is kind of part of our process of how we deal with keeping things clean. So we've pulled everything off the mill. We've got our scrap wood down here. Dan's coming in with the log. He's gonna load it for us here. Nice little pine we got going on here. And then after he gets done loading that for me, he's gonna turn around and he's gonna take this scrap out of here, take it for the burn pile. So what that does for us is it gives us this nice bit of clean space, so we kind of, keep this process going, rinse and repeat, really. So he'll grab this stuff out of here, gives us a nice clean area to work so we're not tripping on everything. And then our log's up and loaded and ready to go. Bye, Dan! So there you go. That's our process, and then we'll actually come in, trim this down, take all the outsides off, get our offcuts, put them down here, bring in the Takeuchi, and start stacking more wood.